Hi everyone, JT here. So, it is December 3rd, 2025. As you can see by my face, No Shave November is over, so I'm back to my clean shaven self. Sorry for the delay also of my Sunrise Mall demolition update video, my final one, as well as also of the outlets at Corpus Christi Bay and Robstown. Um, Kind of dealing with a mini cold. I had a sore throat on Sunday, and then on Monday it became from irritatingly irritated to being swollen, slowly healing. But then I got some chest congestion, and then yesterday I had chest and nasal congestion, so I'm sounding a little bit stuffy. It's not as bad as it was last night, but I can breathe, but still kind of getting over that. So try not to go outside right now because it's cold, even though it's getting warmer up to 70 today. I decided to work out here in my room and try not to go outside because it's just cold and I don't want to get sicker. So hopefully this weekend I will start filming those videos and getting them all edited and out hopefully by the next week or so. But today I'm on camera because it is time. It is time for my annual tradition that I began when I got my YouTube channel back in 2022. It is time for my reaction of my 2025 Spotify Wrap. So the 2025 Spotify Wrap came out this morning. I have not seen it yet, so I wanted to be surprised. I have a third-party app where I can track all my Spotify stats. So I kind of have a guess of who's going to be my number one. I can already predict that expect some Chapel Roan, expect K-pop Demon Hunters Huntrix definitely, and my usual suspects Celine Dion, maybe some Shakira, definitely a lot of my usual go-tos and maybe some new artists. So let's not waste any time. Let's take a look at my 2025 Spotify Wrap. All right, here we are. As you can notice, yes, screen recording, little tiny circle cutout. Yes, it is. I am screen recording on this on my phone because this year's Wrap is, of course, once again, mobile only. So here we are on my Spotify app. It is updated, and there it is, the 2025 Wrap. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. Okay, copyright. Gotta mute. We are ready for you, Joseph Tafor. Come on down. All right. Swipe up for more. Oh, so this is more hands-on this time. You listened and we counted. All right. You listened to 9,685 minutes of music. That's 6 days. Nice. Wow, I didn't know it was that is how much I listened to. So I listened to a lot more than I thought I did this year. Taste like yours can be defined, but let's try anyways. You listen to 259 genres. So many. I didn't know there were so many genres. All right. Your top genres, my top genres this year were dance pop, musicals, soundtracks, J-pop, and vaporwave. I listened to a lot of those this year. Okay. Age is just a number, so don't take this personally. I've been hearing about this, so let's see what my musical listening age is. Your listening age is 18. Since you listen to mostly new music, your taste is trending. I could see that. You listened to 1,252 songs this year, but can you guess your number one? Let's see. Uh, I don't know. Let's see what my number one is. Make your pick. Oh, so Here All Night by Demi Lovato, What It Sounds Like by Huntrix, Over You by Christina V from the Hell of a Boss soundtrack, Revolving Door by Tate McRae, and The Fate of Ophelia by Taylor Swift. I'm gonna say it was
What it sounds like? You got it. Oh, my third party app says it was Over You, but yep. What It Sounds Like by Huntrix from K-Pop Demon Hunters was my top most listened to song on Spotify this year. I listened to it 36 times. Wow. I love you, Huntrix. So Huntrix is my number one. Wow, I did not I was expecting Over You. All right, so here's my top 5 songs this year. So my top 5 songs I listened to the most on Spotify were What It Sounds Like by Huntrix, Over You by Christina V from the Hell of a Boss Season 2 soundtrack, The Faith of Ophelia from Taylor Swift, Revolving Door by Tate McRae, and Here All Night by Demi Lovato. So congrats to Huntrix, Christina V, Taylor Swift, Tate McRae, and Demi Lovato. You all ended up on my top 5 songs this year, so congratulations to you ladies. We made a playlist for you, all your favorites. I will add that to my library and I will check that out later. All right. You listened to 15 albums this year. Long live the album. All right. So I guess we're also going to see what my top album I listened to the most this year was on Spotify. Okay. And my top album this year was the Hell of a Boss Season 2 soundtrack. You listened to it for 199 minutes. Hey, I was waiting very patiently for the soundtrack of Hell of a Boss to finally come out. And what do you know? It finally came out. We finally got the season 1 and season 2 soundtracks. I listened to season 2 the most, and that's because of Over You. That was my favorite song number by Christina V and my favorite song from Hell of a Boss so far. So to finally get the official release of it, that is the reason why this album ended up. Let's see if it gives me. Okay, my top 5 albums I listened to this year on Spotify were the Hell of a Boss Season 2 soundtrack, the Hell of a Boss Season 1 soundtrack at number 2. At number 3, we have Life of a Showgirl by Taylor Swift. Number 4, Deadbeat by Tame Impala. I'm possibly the only one that enjoyed that new Tame Impala record. I get that it's not as best as his previous work, but I liked Deadbeat. And number 5, the K-Pop Demon Hunters soundtrack. So, congrats to Hell of a Boss. Congrats to Taylor Swift. Congrats to Tame Impala. And congrats to Huntrix once again. You all ended up on my top 5 albums this year. So, congrats to you all. All right. You streamed 2,055 minutes of podcast. Good chat. All right. So, who is it? Will it be Song versus Song returning to number 1? All right. And my most listened to was, yes. So, for since 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So for a 6th time and for a 5th time, Song versus Song was my most listened to podcast. For a 5th time, it was not number 1 last year, sadly, because of the election. I was listening to a different podcast mostly because it was political. But this year, congrats to you, Todd and Alina and Lena. Song versus Song, once again, for a 5th time and for the 7th consecutive year. For 7th consecutive year, Song versus Song ended up in my top 5. And for a 5th time, 5 times, number 1 top podcast. I streamed it 897 minutes. I'm the top 15% fan. Seriously, folks, love Todd in the Shadows. Love Lena Morgan. Great hosts. Please go check out this podcast. Okay, so this was my number 1. Let's see what my other podcast I listened to this year. Okay, I have my top 3 this year was Song versus Song, again, ending up for a 5th time at number 1. And for the 7th consecutive year is my top podcast. At number 2, we have the Pan Am podcast. I think their 4th consecutive, in my top 10. And at number 3, we have the new entry, We're Not Done Yet, the Knots Landing podcast by Michelle Lee, Joan Van Ark, and Donna Mills. So, congrats to Todd and Lena. Again, you're back at number 1 in my top podcast, 7th time in my top podcast list. Congrats to Tom Betty, who is the host of the Pan Am podcast, once again in my top podcast this year. And congrats to the ladies of Knots Landing. Congrats to Michelle Lee, Joan Van Ark, and Donna Mills. You ladies are proudly um charted were among my top 3 podcasts I most listened to the most this year on Spotify. So your entry for the first time. Congrats to you all three, and congrats to all the hosts and the creators of these podcasts. Love these podcasts, especially Song versus Song. All right, once upon a time there was a book lover. It was you. Okay. You listened to 4 audiobooks this year. Your top genre was arts and entertainment, and my most listened to audiobook this year was Semi Well Adjusted, Alyson Stoner's memoir, which was a really good memoir. Congrats to Alyson Stoner. Your memoir was my most listened to audiobook, was my top audiobook listen on Spotify this year. So I listened to 670 artists this year. And these 5 are extra special: Huntrix, Taylor Swift, Demi Lovato, Celine Dion, and Hell of a Boss. But who claimed the top spot? Start your race. Okay. Alrighty. In February, it was Celine Dion. Okay. In June, it was still Celine Dion. And then in September, we had Hell of a Boss charting the most. So, and Hell of a Boss was my top artist this year on Spotify. You spent 332 minutes with them, which makes you the top 4% of global fans. Hey, I was waiting for Hell of a Boss to release a soundtrack, and we finally did get it. So here it is. So congrats to Hell of a Boss. So Hell of a Boss is my number 1. Let's see. At number 2, so number 1 was Hell of a Boss. Number 2, Taylor Swift. Number 3, Celine Dion. Number 4, Huntrix. And number 5, Demi Lovato. So congrats to Hell of a Boss. Congrats to Sam Half and all the writing and producers of the over at Spindlehorse. Hell of a Boss was my number 1. Taylor Swift. And congrats to Taylor Swift and Celine for charting once again in my top artist list. And congrats to Huntrix, first entry. So congrats to them all. So I'm talking too much in this video. And now a word from one of your favorite artists. Okay.
So if this is popping up on your phone, then chances are you listened to a lot of my music this year on Spotify. It's Taylor, by the way. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for all of your support with The Life of a Showgirl. And we actually have a lot of reminiscing that we could do coming up, because I have a docuseries and a concert film on Disney Plus coming out on December 12th called The End of an Era and the final show. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, Taylor, for the plug and for all that. All of the listening made. Which club do you belong to? Let's see. What club did I belong to this year? And let's see. Okay, let's see. And I belonged to the Full Charge Crew. Your club is committed to endless party. Club events are high. Your role is curator. You're a focused playlist creator, combining your best clubs into mixes. Yeah, I have a lot of playlists. Alrighty, you're in great company. 20% of global listeners are in your club. Your club favorites were EJ, Rayami, Marshmello, Sebastian Ingross, Baby No Money, and Ellie Goulding. Yeah, I say that's kind of accurate. Alrighty, and time for your victory lap. And if you're not ready for rap to be over, well, it is. All right. Wow. Oh, one more thing. Oh, one more thing is it? We put some of your files just in case. Okay. Take a look at more 2025 highlights. All right. Let's see. What was my biggest audiobook listening date was let's see. The day you let a memoir soundtrack your sunrise to sunset. Overnight, you looped through pop and K-pop, Huntrix, Hikaru Utada, and Carly Rae Jepsen trading places before sunrise brought a deep dive into semi-well adjusted, despite limited everything, a memoir by afternoon. You covered chapters 1 through 10, letting Alyson Stoner's story carry you nearly all the way through. 286 minutes, one book. your immersive audio to date of year, filed under audiobook immersion and memoir marathon. Well, it was a very good audiobook. All right. Big listening podcast listening day. Let's see the report there. It was on September 2nd. Morning to evening, you let Song versus Song take the wheel. 5 episodes, a Grammy review, a Broadway showdown, a country music debate with barely a pause for music. Afternoon and evenings brought brief detours into Huntrix, Celine Dion, and Elton John, but podcast held the spotlight. 2,757 minutes, 5 episodes in one show. Your biggest podcast date of the year, filed under award show reruns and podcast deep dives. That's why I watched it. All right. Biggest listening music date was September 4th. All right. The day you let 65 artists crown your biggest pop parade of the year. Late night opening with synth pop and opera. Morning afternoon spun through JT's best songs of 2025 looming. K-pop Demon Hunters and Lord before a marathon switch of Taylor Swift, Celine Dion, and Madonna. 215 minutes, 81 tracks, 65 artists. Your biggest music day, packed with repeat spins and pop powerhouses. 500 pop-powered surge and playlist marathon. Yep. Okay, and biggest dance pop day, October 24th, right? October 24th, 2025, the day you let Demi Lovato headline your dance pop parade. From late night, Demi Lovato streaked to a morning run through JT's best songs of 2025. You let dance pop rule every hour. Baby No Money, Carly Rae Jepsen, and Shakira all made cameos, but Demi kept circling back. 237 minutes, 78 tracks, 47 artists. Your most dance pop packed day of the year. File under Pop Marathon, Bubblegum Marathon. Yeah. All right.
All right. That was a long recording, but that's it. That's a look at my stats from my 2025 Spotify Wrap. So let's recap. First, with my top artists this year. My top 5 artists this year, of course, at number 1 was the cast of Hell of a Boss. At number 2 was Taylor Swift. At number 3 was Celine Dion. At number 4 was Huntrix. At number 5 was Demi Lovato. Congrats to all those artists and the casts and everyone involved in those works. Congrats in my top 5. In my top 5 songs this year, number 1 was What It Sounds Like by Huntrix from the K-pop Demon Hunters soundtrack. Number 2 was Over You by Christina V from the Hell of a Boss Season 2 soundtrack. At number 3, The Fate of Ophelia by Taylor Swift from The Life of a Showgirl. And number 4 was Revolving Door by Tate McRae from her recent album. I forgot the name of it. And number 5, Here All Night by Demi Lovato from her new album, Dance Album, which is a long title. My top albums this year, we got a top albums list this time. So at number 1 was the Hell of a Boss Season 2 soundtrack, followed by the Season 1 soundtrack at number 2. And then at number 3, we had Life of Showgirl by Taylor Swift. Number 4 was Deadbeat by Tame Impala, which I might be the only one who really enjoyed that album to have it in the top 5. So, hey, it was a great album. I enjoyed it. It's not as great as his past work, but hey, I get Kevin Powell great. I enjoyed it, mostly maybe because I'm more of a house dance pop guy, so that's why I liked it more, okay? And at number 5 was the K-pop Demon Hunters soundtrack. I listened to 9,685 minutes of music this year. I think that's even higher than last year. And dance pop was my top genre this year. And my podcast. So, congrats again to Song vs. Song. Again to Todd in the Shadows and Lena Morgan. 5th time at number 1. And 7th consecutive time in my top podcast list. So they've been in my 7 consecutive times, but 5 times number 1. They only missed out last year. Number 2 was the Pan Am podcast, which I think it's the 3rd or 4th consecutive year. I will enter a disclaimer later on noting that. But other than that, congrats again to Tom Betty at the Pan Am podcast. I love the Pan Am podcast. And congrats to the ladies of the legendary soap opera Knots Landing. Congrats to Michelle Lee, Joan Van Ark, and Donna Mills. You three's podcast, we not done yet. Now charting for the first time at number 3 as my top podcast this year. So congrats to the ladies of Knots for entering into my podcast and making it in my top podcast list on Spotify And congrats to Alyson Stoner, her memoir, Semi-Well-Adjusted, my most listened to audiobook on Spotify when I was able to with my premium subscription. So congrats to you, Alyson. I really enjoyed your audiobook. If you guys grew up with her, watching her on Camp Rock, the Missy Elliott video, or even her as her role as Opal Beifong in The Legend of Korra. Yes, I will defend The Legend of Korra, and I loved Opal. Or Nora for Phineas and Ferb too, as Isabella. Please go read her memoir or listen to the audiobook if you can. So congrats to you all. Thank you all so much for watching. I love reacting to Spotify Wrapped. I know Spotify, kind of a problematic streaming service. You can go to Fantano for that, but I've been using it now for almost 10 years. I joined 10 years ago this year in 2015. When I was in middle school and I was used to only buying music on iTunes, and then I discovered Spotify and streaming music. So I know the stuff. I'm not going to get into those situations. That's Anthony Fantano and other music critics for you to hear about that stuff. But I like using Spotify. YouTube music a little bit more because I have my personal music there, but I like listening to Spotify, and I love the rap. I love knowing how much my musical tastes have changed and expanded throughout the years. So thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned. Again, I'm going to try to do my Sunrise Mall demolition update video hopefully sometime this weekend. I'm also going to try to go see the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie to review that for my YTSR. December, we got some last minute entries. I need to do that movie. The Minnesota film actually has been pushed back to February, so I only have that movie. I'm going to try to buy some bad movies. I need to watch Freaky Friday. I need to watch that terrible World of Wars movie with Ice Cube so I can analyze all my lists, because list season, end of the year, the last 2 days of December will be list season. I'm going to get that. It's recorded and stuff. Definitely going to see Avatar Fire and Ash as well. And of course, I also have TV shows. The final season of My Hero Academia is just 2 weeks away, so I will be doing a full season YTSR of the final season of My Hero Academia, same way I did Attack on Titan. And yeah, just all those reviews and stuff as we near the closing of 2025 into 2026. Time goes by way too fast. So thank you all so much for watching. If you guys want to see my reaction to my 2024 Spotify Wrapped, 2023 or 2022, I will have them here down below. And thank you all so much for watching. And until next time, this is JT signing off.
Oh, hey, so if this is popping up on your phone, then chances are you listened to a lot of my music this year on Spotify. It's Taylor, by the way. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for all of your support with The Life of a Showgirl. And we actually have a lot of reminiscing that we could do coming up, because I have a docuseries and a concert film on Disney Plus coming out on December 12th called The End of an Era and the Final Show. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for everything. Mwah.
Hi, Hunters! Thank you so much for loving our music as much as we love you.
You loved Golden more than I loved Turtles.
I'm crying on the inside.
See you at our next show!
Oh my god, hey hottie! You must be here because I'm your top artist for 2025. I love that, and I love you, and I can't wait for next year.
Hello! 1 year later, and I'm still in this goddamn bodysuit. If you're getting this video, then you're in my, 0.000000005% listeners, which means you have been through some shit this year. And I love you for it. And I'm here for you. Thank you for streaming Man's Best Friend. Thank you for streaming Short and Sweet again. Thanks for streaming Fruitcake. Damn, like, happy holidays for real. You mean the world to me. I love you so, so, so much. All the hugs and kisses.
Hey, it's Audrey here. Just wanted to say thank you truly from the deepest bottom of my heart. Thank you for listening to the music that I've made this year. Thank you for listening to my projects, as well as all the love that you've shown for K-pop Demon Hunters. If you're new here, hi, and I'm very much looking forward to having you. And keep an eye out for new music, because that is coming soon. Thank you. That wasn't a fart, that was my foot.
Hi everybody, Spotify Wrapped. This is Lady Gaga. I I'm so grateful to every single one of you for listening to my album this year. Your celebration of my record meant so much to me, and easily my favorite milestone of the year was reconnecting with my fans all over the world. Hearing Monsters sing every word to Mayhem was so awesome.
Hey guys, it's EJ. Thank you so much for listening to my music, whether it be my solo songs or songs from the K-pop Demon soundtrack. It really means so much to me. I'm also very excited for next year because I'll be releasing more music and also maybe writing songs for your other favorite artists. Stay tuned. I'm also very excited to meet you guys. So have a happy holiday. Wishing everyone good health and safety. Love you guys.
Hi, it's Chapel Roan. Thank you for listening to my music this year. I had a really whirlwind of a year last year, and I think this year was me just trying to catch my breath, and releasing The Subway, releasing The Giver felt very cathartic to just get those songs out of my system and to do the music video, to play them on tour, and thank you for supporting them all year long. I am so grateful.
Hi Spotify people. I just wanted to thank you guys so much for continuously impressing me and supporting, anything that I'm a part of. So this year has been a big one for me, and it wouldn't have been possible without you guys. So you're awesome. I wouldn't be here without you, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, evening, night, wherever you are.
I want to say thank you so much to everyone for listening and being some of my top supporters on this journey. This has been a really wild year. I got married, having a baby, and on top of it, we got to celebrate 10 years of Emotion. And while all this was going on, I have been working tirelessly on what I'm offering next. So I'm really looking forward to next year, holding your hands through another chapter of music together. And I just want to say thank you again so much.
Hi everybody, this is Chris.
This is Guy.
This is Will.
And this is Johnny.
And we're the band Coldplay. And we just want to say thank you so much for listening to our music this year. And we hope you're all okay. We send you love. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I just want to thank you all for an amazing year. We've achieved so much together, and it's all thanks to you. I'm so grateful because I truly have the best fans in the world, without a doubt. We got to celebrate 2 anniversaries. That means so much to me and to so many of you. Las Mujeres Ya No Lloran World Tour became the most ambitious and the most challenging project of my entire career. But thank you so much for coming, for dancing, for singing with me. And because of all of you, we made history. There's more surprises coming in 2026 because we're just starting.
Congratulations, it is I, Rayami, and you are one of my top listeners of 2025. Wow, you did that. Thank you so much for all the love and support. You can most definitely expect the new Rayami album next year, so stay tuned. I love you. Thank you for, again, all the love and support.
Thanks for listening to my music, guys. And to celebrate, we're gonna do a staring contest. Without you, I would be nothing.
Hey Spotify! It's Tate here. You're one of my top listeners on Spotify, which is crazy, and I just wanted to say thank you. It has been an insane year and has been beyond my wildest dreams, and that's all because of you. And I just want to say thank you for listening to my music and listening to the album and the deluxe, and I appreciate you so much, and I love you. Have an amazing holidays and Happy New Year, and stay safe. Mwah. Bye.
Hey guys, it's Ellie Golding, and I just want to say thank you so much for listening to me through 2025. I'm so excited for my new era and new music, and I hope you'll keep listening, and I'll see you guys in the new year. Lots of love.